Welcome to TriRiot, the show that explores the mysteries of why ordinary people push themselves to extraordinary limits. I'm LG, the host of the show. Today's topic is that ever-elusive sensation, pain. And I'm talking about the pain of competition. Now, if you've ever competed in a triathlon, and you haven't felt pain, you were probably doing it wrong. So what do you do when the pain gets unbearable? Do you slow down? Do you give up? Or do you push through it? Check this out.
Well, sometimes it's shooting pain that encompasses the whole thigh, and sometimes it's just a dull ache, but it's constant. I've had several injections in my bursa, and it's just a very painful situation.
In the middle of competition, when you would compete in a race, a run or a triathlon, what did you do to push through the pain to finish? Because you have not quit any of your races.
I just pushed through it. I knew it wasn't a life-threatening illness, injury. I knew the pain would go away, subside when I stopped running. So I'm very competitive, so I just thought of other things. I don't know, I just put my mind someplace else.
Have I ever been in pain during a race? Yes, I have been in pain in almost every race, and I like to say that if you've done a triathlon and you didn't feel pain, that you weren't doing it right. And just today I went to the podiatric surgeon, the podiatrist, and check it out. He wrapped up my foot. Isn't that a pretty foot? Bunion and all. He wrapped up my foot and put a pad right here behind this metatarsal area, and then I'm supposed to run on it tomorrow, and if it helps the pain, then we'll go back and consult about some custom orthotics. I mean, there are several ways that I can push through the pain, several methods, I guess, that I have. One, the one that if the pain's not too bad, what I'll do is I'll push myself to an area of a little more pain mentally. The other thing I do is math. I try to work out math equations or formulas in my head. Simple math, like how long does it take to get from point A to point B if I'm traveling at this speed? I mean, it's practical math. It's math based on what I'm actually doing. You know, how long would it take me to catch that guy up there if he's traveling so fast and I'm traveling this fast, and that kind of thing.
So it's kind of a strategy.
Sort of, but I can't do it. Yeah, I mean, I'm in so much pain that it's really hard to do. So I never come up with the answers that I want, or I sometimes do, but I usually don't come up with the answers because it's so hard to think when I'm, bored or in pain. So it's just a method to get my mind refocused is what it is. And once I'm done doing that, I come right back to, say, cycling, and I'm not as the pain isn't as bad.
A while ago, I sat down with a friend. Yeah, you too. I'm trying to film here. A while ago, I sat down with a friend of mine and fellow triathlete, Bob Gibbons. I asked about his perspective on pain. Here's what he told me.
Stop and walk. Well, the biggest thing I try to do, and Greg Koenig has helped me, is just stop and stretch, and take a little bit of time to, he showed me a couple stretches to do, during the run, just to kind of stretch it back out. And a lot of times I'll carry some icy hot with me and rub on the back and kind of numb it a little bit. So my biggest issue is my back. I've had back surgery in 2009. I have arthritis, stenosis, a bulging disc, and so I had a laminectomy where they kind of cut the facets off the vertebrae there to give more room for the nerves. And the doctors told me it's already growing back, it's getting pinched again, I may have to have it done again. You know, it's interesting. I went to the Mayo Clinic and had it done, and you know, the first doctor I met was like, he was a marathon runner, and you know, he got it. You know, he's like, you know, I know you love this sport. You know, you're going to keep doing it. You know, let's see what we can do to make it, you know, as pain-free as possible. And then the surgeon was just the opposite. He's like, oh, I shouldn't even do this. You're going to keep running. You know, it was just two different personalities, and you know, luckily I had it done, and you know, I got 2 or 3 good years of relief out of it. And yeah, the feet bother me. I think so much of it's related. You know, the back, the tight hamstrings, and then the calves, and then just kind of manifests itself down in the feet. You know, I don't know. I think it's just kind of sucking it up mentally, and you know, I don't run them hard. I mean, I'm going to walk part of it, so you know, I'm just trying to finish it.
The take-home message from this episode is that the pain of competition is a very individual experience. I think it differs from one person to the other, not only in how we experience it, but in how we deal with it. I think that the pain of competition is something we have to train for. Much like we train our bodies to swim, bike, and run, we have to train our minds to endure the pain and endure boredom. Well, that's it for this episode. Join me next time when Join me next time and we'll have some fun. Until then, stay to the right, pass on the left, and keep on smiling. For TriRiot, I'm LG.